Thank you. Thank you to all my colleagues. I also want to thank the State Auditor, Mr. Tilden. I appreciated the opportunity to participate in your process leading up to this report, and appreciate the thoughtful effort you put into it. And as a board, as was pointed out in the audit, there is limited jurisdiction the Board of Supervisors has regarding some of the policies, and so we appreciate the efforts. And again, I want to thank and commend Under Sheriff Kelly Martinez for her proactive action to implement a whole series of these and enshrine those, and again support our legislative efforts, having met with our legislative delegation as they consider a range of issues to enshrine those in state law, perhaps not just for San Diego County, but for all counties, to make sure all jails are adhering to the best policies and practices. And as a board, we're going to continue to do what we can, whether it's mobile crisis response teams, community care, the efforts around keeping people in a better quality of life in state. I also want to mention the efforts and the challenges we face here around behavioral health workforce issues. There is a critical shortage of behavioral health workforce, and we can continue to add clinicians to the budget. We can continue to add peer support specialists and social workers to connect people. We can continue to add drug and alcohol treatment. But if you cannot hire them, it is not just a component of, yes, we need to pay them more, but there simply are not enough. There is a critical shortage of behavioral health workers in the state of California, and we have a great working group that is tackling these issues. Workforce Partnership has brought online several training programs that are now online. We're working on a series of initiatives, but we have to be mindful that, again, adding mental health clinicians to the budget is a great step, but having the ability to actually hire them, integrate them in. I also want to mention the auditor pointed out some of the physical space. We heard from that from some of our public speakers as well around challenges around physical space, which requires us to invest in renovations. It requires us to invest in creating that. These jails were not designed with the mental health space, with the drug treatment space, with all of those things, and so we're going to have to continue to do all of that, along with supporting our workforce, our sworn workforce, our non-sworn workforce, who have an incredibly difficult job in very hard conditions, and we appreciate what they do, and we're going to continue to work to make sure they are equipped, staffed, trained, resourced, and provided the physical space to allow them to do their job as best they can. So thank you, everyone, for this, and a special thank you to the State Auditor, and thank you for joining us today. With that, we have a motion from Vice Chair Vargas, seconded by myself, to adopt the recommendations in Agenda Item 15. Please vote.